Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Camp Hollywood, friends, family, all inclusive. It is good to have everyone here. Thank you very much. So now it's time for awards. This is what a lot of us have been waiting for, all that we worked for. It is incredibly appreciated. Come on in, come on in. Guys, come on in. The awards are about to begin. Okay, here we go. Let me have everyone out there's attention. Let's take a second, if I can have your attention. I'd really like to talk about Camp Hollywood. Before we get started, there's just one or two things I wanted to say. When I was a teenager, my family and me had to move a lot. And like multiple places in like a few short years. It was kind of crazy. And it was at that period of time that I really began to discover that home isn't a place. Home is where your family and loved ones are. After 3 years, feels really good to be back home. I'm cool. There's a lot of people to thank, too, for actually making this happen as well. I really wanted to give a big shout out to James Bennett, to Kelly, to Tina, to Tisay, to all the judges, to all the volunteers, everyone that made this happen, everyone there in the back of the house as well. And of course, when you think about the reality of this went dark for a few years. We had the virtual Camp Hollywood, and that was so cool because I got to fall asleep with that same feeling I always have whenever I'm here. And it could have gone down last year, yet the person behind this was like, I don't want to be responsible for anyone getting sick and possibly dying. So it went dark, and I know with great sacrifice in the process of doing that. So please, 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 for all the sacrifices, for sticking it out, and for still making this happen, please, I want the biggest round of applause in this room for Miss Hillary Alexander. From all of us, thank you. Thank you. I'm no longer emotional. I'm good. Thanks for putting up with that, guys. I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. It's time for the awards. For Amateur Lindy, in 5th place, Andrea Kemp and Jake Louis. In 4th place, Nadia Keegan and Paul Riding. In 3rd place, Margaret Miller and Lloyd Lopez. Margaret and Lloyd, you out there? Moving on to 2nd place, Cami Asher and Andy Wen. And in 1st place, help me welcome Sarah Watson and Travis Johnson. Big round of applause for all of our winners up here.
You know what time it is. I'm coming out tonight. I'm coming out tonight.
Next up, Amateur Balboa. In 5th place, Lauren Smith and Carolyn Riley. In 4th place, Crystal Chevalier and David Roebuck. In 3rd place, Cassie May and Matthew Huey. In 2nd place, Sarah Stembridge and Andrew Jose. And in 1st place, please help me welcome Ashley Beretta and Jason Hammond. straight ahead, guys. Big round of applause for all of our winners. Next up, amateur mix and match. Starting with our follows. Help me welcome Sarah Sophia Rentes. In fourth place, Austin Neverman.
Break your mama's back. When a problem comes along, you must whip it before the cream sets out too long. You must whip it when something's going wrong. You must
In third place,
now whip it.
Courtney Mansell.
Get straight. Go forward. Move ahead. Try to detect it. It's not too late to whip it. Whip it good. When a good time turns around, you must whip it.
In second place,
Unless you whip it.
Olivia Lizardo.
I say whip it. Whip it good. I say whip it. Whip it good.
And in first place, help me welcome Zafira Jones.
Correct that whip. Give the pass a slap. Step on the brake. Break your mama's back. When a problem comes along.
Big round of applause for all of our winners. Amateur mix and match lead. In fifth place, Michael Chun. In fourth place, Kiffer Dangler. In third place, Paul Riding. In second place, Jonathan Ang.
Could it really happen? Or do dreams just fade away? Yeah. There was nothing in singing that lays in it sounds smooth. If we started a group and
And in first place, please help me welcome Benny White.
Yo, these four new jacks is real smooth on the harmony chip. Make Mike shine the one, you know the mentality. Keep flipping the gift.
Big round of applause for all of our winners here. And now for amateur showcase. In fifth place, Katie Jane Frame and Zachary Powell. In fourth place, Courtney Mansell and Brent Ripel. In third place, Sarah Watson and Travis Johnson. There they are. In second place, Cami Asher and Diego Ivan Ibira Mida. And in first place, please help me welcome Jennifer Jiang and Mark Brunton. Big round of applause for all of our winners. Next up is Shag. In fifth place, Patricio Espinoza Garces and Jennifer Lee.
Music is a world within itself. There's a language we all understand. Within
In fourth
equal
place,
opportunity for all to say.
Grace Bevis and Blake Thiessen.
Just because the record has a groove, don't make it in the groove. But you can tell right away left to A when the people start to move. They can feel it all over. They can
In third
feel it
place,
all over me.
Sarah Stembridge and Jeremy Cook.
They can feel it all over people. Go!
In second place, Isabella Robledo and Vasu Sharma.
Be one of the things that life just won't quit. But here's some of music's pioneers that time will not allow us to forget now. But as
And
they
in first
say,
place,
more in the
please help me welcome
and with a voice like Gallup ringing out, there's no
Julie Roman and Jeremy.
You can feel it all over, people. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over, people. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over, people. You can feel it all over.
Big round of applause for all of our winners here. Next up, Shag Mix and Match, starting with Follows. In fifth place, Isabella Robledo.
I'm back! I'm back! I'm back! Get up off of that thing and dance to you better.
In fourth
Get up
place,
off of that thing
Stembred.
That thing and dance to you feel better. Get up off of that thing. Try to release that pressure. Get up off of that thing. And shake the
In third place,
Get up off of that thing.
Teresa Manny.
Get up off of that thing. And shake the you feel better. Get up off of that thing. Try to release that pressure. Get up off. Good
In
job.
second place,
So good.
Mo Sakan.
Ready? Follow me. Get up off of that thing and shake the juice. Get up off of that thing and shake the juice. Bring it now. Get up off of that thing.
And in first place, please help me welcome Irina Azashvili.
Sing it now. Get up off of that thing and shake the juice. Feel better. Get up off of that thing. Try to release that pressure.
Big round of applause for all of our winners. Next up, Shag Mix and Match Lead. In fifth place, Matthew Huey. In fourth place, Jeremy Cook. In third place, Josiah Keegan. In second place, Jeremy Lizardo.
Release your mind, release your job, release the time, release your train, release the strain.
And in first place, please help me welcome Blake Thiessen.
Ain't taking no flicks, but the whole click snap. There's a whole lot of people in the house trying to smoke with the yak in your mouth. And we back outside. You said you outside, but you ain't that outside. Worldwide hoodie with the mask outside. In case you forgot how we act outside.
Next up is Junior Showcase. In third place, Sasiki and Bertie Biddleman Owens. In second place, Emma Nielsen and Kit Quinio. There we go. And in first place, help me welcome Ava Stello and Bethany Hins. There it is. Big round of applause for our winners here. Classic Lindy, Open Classic Lindy. In fifth place, Natalia Aristavi and Matt Rishi. In fourth place, Kareen Hermes and Hunter Cricket. In third place, Bianca Locatelli and Nils Andren. In second place, Irina Amzashvili and Anthony Chan.
When you drop the kisses, Susie Q, you drop the bomb on me. Stretch it, flex it. Give me the permission, okie dokie, I'll bless it. Bless it like Buddha, Buddha as the best. We can lay down at the love and put your
And in
head on my
first
chest.
place, please help me welcome Grace Bavis and Blake Thiessen.
Hit 'em up one time. Keep it funky. Yeah.
Keep it
Like
smooth.
Here we go. What can we do? What are we gonna do? Roses are red, then violets are blue. Never good at plenty if you get plenty good loving. Kiss you when you're hot, do what I got to keep you bubbling. Do me right, my own.
Big round of applause for all of our winners here. Next up, Open Lindy. In fifth place, Green Hermes and Hunter Cricket.
Sometimes I feel I've got to run away. I've got to get away from the pain you drive into the heart.
In fourth place,
We share
Marie Raymondu and Fabian Verellen.
lost my light, for I toss and turn. I can't sleep at night. Once I ran to you. Now
In third place,
you, this tainted
Felix Bergal and Mo Scott.
take my tears, and that's not nearly all. Tainted love. Now I
In
know
second place,
I've got to run
Gabby
away.
Cook and AJ Howard.
You don't really want any more from me to make things right. You need someone to hold you tight.
And in first place, please help me welcome
But I'm sorry I
Bianca Locatelli and Nils Andren.
Now I run from you. This tainted love you've given, I give you all a boy could give you. Take my tears, and that's not nearly all. Tainted love. Tainted love. Don't touch me, please. I cannot stand the way you tease. I love you, though you hurt me so. Now I'm gonna pack my things and go. Tainted love. Tainted love.
Big round of applause for all of our winners. Next up, Open Balboa. In 5th place, Masha Fausto and Sam Chan.
I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag.
In 4th place,
And my stomach is sick and it's all in my
Tenny Lopez, Cardenas, and Rami. Ah!
now. Let me go. And I just can't look. It's killing me.
In 3rd place, Arena Amzashvili and Jacob Wigger. In 2nd place, Teresa Manny and Vasu Sharma. And in 1st place, please help me welcome Alice Jang and Blake Thiessen.
Like this. It was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go.
Big round of applause for all of our winners.
'Cause I just can't.
Next up, advanced mix and match follow. In 5th place, Delilah Williams. In 4th place, Mo Sakai. In 3rd place, Joe Hoffberg. In 2nd place, Bianca Locatelli. And in 1st place, please help me welcome Gabby Cook. Big round of applause for all of our winners. Next up, advanced mix and match leads. Just to make sure you know, somebody here wants you to pay attention. In 5th place, Blake Thiessen. In fourth place, Nils Andren. In third place, Mikey Pedrosa. In second place, Anthony Chen. And in first place, please help me welcome Nick Williams. Next up, Open Showcase. In fifth place, Lisa Clark and Fabian Brilliant. In fourth place, Grace Bavis and Blake Thiessen.
But it's fine, it's pretty cool. Ain't no drag. Papa's got a brand new bag.
In third place,
It's a drag.
Delilah Williams and Alexander Webb.
Don't be shy. You're the monkey. Mashed potatoes. Jump back, Jack. Later, alligator. Come here, sister. Papa's in the swing.
In second place,
You hip now.
Audrey Ho and Paul Saka.
Ain't no drag. He's got a brand new bag. Good Papa, you're doing the trick. Papa, you're doing the trick. You're doing the twist. Just like this, you're doing the fat.
And in first place, Irina Amzashvili and Anthony Chen.
Hey, hey, come on. Hey, said you uptight. Honest. Come on, see what you know. Come on.
Big round of applause for all of our winners. Next up, solo team in fifth place, the Diamond Dogs. In fourth place, the Salt Licks.
Now I gotta cut loose, put loose, kick off the Sunday shoes. Please, Louise, pull me up from my knees. Jack, get back, come on,
In third place, the Denver Diamond Dolls.
You're playing so cool. Obeying every rule. Dig away down in your heart. You're burning, yearning for somebody to tell you.
In second place,
Life ain't a passing you by.
the Atomic Cherry Bombs.
Trying to tell you in a way that you don't even try. You can fly if you only cut loose.
And in first place, please help me welcome Twilight Aristocracy.
My lord, come on, let's go. Loose, you're loose. Everybody cut loose.
Round of applause for all of our winners here.
I'm telling you.
Moving on, moving on. It's good to be back home again. Student teams. In fifth place,
Dearly beloved,
Stanford Swing Time.
this thing called life. Electric word, life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. The afterworld. A world of never-ending happiness.
In fourth place,
You can always see the sun.
Early Bird Specials. In third place, Juke Joint Rhythm. In second place, LA Jitterbug. And in first place, please help me welcome Phoenix Firecrackers!
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Big round of applause for all of our winners here.
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Well, folks, it looks like my job is just about done. I only have one thing left to do, and it's a really cool thing. Please put your hands together for the amazing, the incomparable, the badass, the incredible Hillary Alexander!
Thank you. Thank you so much. I always like to start off this portion of the event by saying, thank you for feeding my children. Because when you come here, that's exactly what you're doing. You're feeding my children, so thank you. So I've been thinking a lot about the concept of community and how we managed to keep it together after 2 years of shutdowns. And, you know, as much as it was painful for me, I could just shut down and refund everybody and then go hang out in the desert for a year and try again the next year. But there are people that had weekly venues, that had monthly venues, that had teams, the scene leaders in every town all around the world, who had to navigate this mess every week, every month. They had to figure out what to do with their team. They had to figure out what to do with their classes. And it's been so complicated and so difficult. And yet they stuck in there and did it because they believed in the importance of community and keeping people together and keeping people going, even when you had no idea where we were all going. So I think we need to give a big hand to all of the local, small classes and studios, the team leaders, because without them, I couldn't do this. You know, they feed me their people, and I hopefully keep their people inspired to keep at it and keep going to the lessons and keep being with their teams and working on routines and social dancing. So in that spirit, I'm going to give my special Golden Budgie Award, which is a spirit award. It's a Rock the House Performance Award. It's a Jitterbug Spirit Award to a person who I know is very, very beloved in their community. They've kept things together. They've kept their teams together, their juniors together, their lessons together, despite how difficult it's been. And you know, they've been a great asset to Camp Hollywood for some time now, and a lot of people really, really, really love this person. So this year, the Golden Budgie goes to Julie Roman.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, thank you very much for coming here. Old family, new family, all the people we've gotten to meet. I've seen so many hugs happen throughout this weekend. I've seen a lot of tears with people, tears of happiness and joy. It's been great having you here. With that being said, get out. We got to clear the ballroom just to get set up for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for participating. Thank you, audience. Thank you, competitors. Thank you, Hillary. Much love. We'll see you out there.